We'll take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure, in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in words.
Alright, hello, what's up mga kamat learner? Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Andito na naman tayo. Ako pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na mga teacher, si Sir Ash. At welcome sa ating module discussion for this day, which is all about for our grade 10 students. And this is what we call the grade 10 Saturdays. Okay, so for this lesson, we are going to talk about the quarter 2 module 3, which is entitled Central and Inscribe Angles. Okay, so let us start discussing. Kung sino man ang nandyan, hello sa inyo at magandang araw. Okay, so I hope naririnig ako ngayon. Alright? So let us start our discussion. Okay, so ano nga ba itong quarter 2 module 3? This is all about focus, or this is focus on circles, specifically the central and the inscribed angles. Okay, so for the first page of the module, you will see the cover page with the title on it and the graphics. For the second page is the people behind the module, and for the third page we have the title page, which is quarter 2 module 3 central and inscribed angles. And for the fourth page is the introductory message for our teachers as well as for our students. Alright, okay. So, let us start na nga. And for the fifth page, that is the start of the module itself. You will know the objectives of this module. So, let us read the modules. So, for this module or for this discussion, we will derive the relationship among chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. We will also prove theorems related to chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. Technically, my dear math learners, napakadali lamang ng topic na ito. Okay, so specifically, it says here that we will define the chords, arcs, central angle, and inscribed angle. We will determine the relationship. We will state the theorems. We will prove the theorems and apply the theorems in solving or finding the measures of certain arc, central angle, and inscribed angles. Okay, so magkakaroon tayo ng mga computations along the way. Alright, so next naman dyan sa objectives is the pretest. Of course, no pressure, my dear students. So just answer what you can on this part of the module. So this is, I think, 10 item, ABCD, 10 items pa rin ito, ABCD lang. So, nasa sa inyo paano siya sagutin. And of course, kung meron mga prior knowledge, try to answer this honestly. Alright, and next is the introduction of the topic or of the modules. Okay, so let us study. We will recall first the definition of these following terms. The first one is the radius. Okay, ano ba itong radius? Radius is a line segment. Okay, line segment meaning isang line na walang arrow. It is a line segment from the center of the circle to any point of the circle or on a circle. So, meaning magsisimula siya sa gitna ng circle tapos papunta sa any part of the circle. So, ang measurement na yon or ang line segment na yon, that is what we call the radius. Alright. So, diameter naman ang tawag kapag dalawang radius ang pinagsama. Two opposite radius. Plural of radius is radii. R-A-D-I-I. Radii. Okay. So, 2 radii will be equal to 1 diameter. This is also known as the longest chord. It is a line segment whose endpoints lie on a circle but dadaan siya sa center. Okay, so ibig sabihin, it is a line segment ng bawat dulo niya ay part ng circle pero dadaan siya sa center. Okay, it is just a straight line segment. Alright. Now, let us go to the next term, that is chord. Technically, diameter is a chord. Okay, so chord is a line segment whose endpoints lies on a circle. So, basically, when we say chord, regardless kung dadaan siya sa gitna o hindi, as long as yung bawat dulo ng kanyang or endpoints of that line segment is part of the circle. Okay, part of the circle. It's on the circle itself. That is what we call the chord. Okay, arc naman ang tawag sa part ng circle. So if ever this is your circle, my dear math learners, that curve like there, that is what we call the arc. Okay, so ang arc ay pwedeng maging malaki, pwedeng maging sobrang laki, at pwedeng katamtaman lang ang laki. So these are the different arcs. We have the semicircle, the minor arc, and the major arc. Semicircle is the arc in which it is half of the circle. So kalahati ng circle, ang tawag doon, semicircle. Okay, that is also an arc. Now, kapag ang arc ay mas maliit sa kalahati or mas maliit kaysa semicircle, ang tawag naman dyan ay minor arc. So, it is an arc that is less than the semicircle. Major arc naman kapag mas malaki sa semicircle. Okay, so basically, semicircle is half, minor arc is less than half, and major arc is more than half of the circle. Okay, so ganun lamang po kadali ang mga terms na ito, my dear math learners. Okay, so let us continue. So given the measures of the angle and the intercepted arc, ano naman ibig sabihin ng intercepted arc? Okay, so intercepted arc is with relation to the angle. So for example, this is an angle. Okay, if this is an angle, yan. Say this is an angle inside the circle, then yung kakainin niya na arc, na part ng circle, that is what we call the intercepted arc. Okay? Yan yung kakainin niya. So, ganun lamang po kadali, my dear math learners. Alright. So, we have here given, we have here the figure with A as the center, point A as the center, and points on the circle are the following: S, F, H, and D, W, R, E, and S. Okay. So, given here, the whole circle is always 360 degrees and 4 diameters is drawn. So, ito yung first diameter, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. Okay. So, this is a chord in which it touches or it passes the center of the circle. So that is what we call diameter. So diameter, 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 at diameter. Yan. Alright. So it has 4 diameters drawn. And this divide the circle into 8 congruent arcs. So therefore, ito daw, 8 ito sila. So 8 slices yan sila. So the 360 is divided by 8. Therefore, each arc is 40 degrees. Okay, because 40 times, sorry. Hindi pala 40 degrees. 45 degrees pala. 45 degrees. Alright. So, let us go to this table. So, how do we correct this or how do we complete this table? So, we have here the central angle, SAE. SAE. So, anong napapansin ninyo? Mga central angle, SAE, SAF, angle SAR, angle DAF, ito yun, okay, DAF. We have NAW, NAW, alright. So as you can see, all the central angles has a common vertex, and that is A, right? And all these angles has the vertex in the center or in the middle of the circle. Okay, so yan ang ibig sabihin ng central angle. From the word itself, central means center. So central angle is what we call an angle in the center of the circle. Okay, so what is the measurement of this? So of course, alam na natin na each arc is 45 degrees kasi ang 360 divide ng 8, that is 45. So, SAE, SAE, so this is 45, SAF, this is also 45, DAF, SAR pala, SAR, o ito, SAR, dalawang pi, kumbaga. So, therefore, ang ano nito is 90 degrees. Alright, so DAF naman, DAF. Okay, so tatlo, so tatlong 45. So, ilan yan? 90 plus 45, that would give us 135. Alright. Then NAW, so dalawa lang yan. So 90 degrees ito. So ganyan lang kadali, my dear math learners. Okay, so we have the intercepted arcs. Ano naman ang intercepted arcs nito? So SAE, ito yon SAE, ang intercepted arc. Ito, arc. Yan, SE. So ganito ang drawing ng arc ha. Let me just, let me just magnify it. So it is two letters with a curve above those letters. That is for the minor arc. Pero pag semicircle naman at saka major arc, you need to use 3 letters. Okay? So, ulitin natin konti. Ulit. Okay, so dito tayo. So, for the SAE, okay, I think, ewan ko kung nakikita ng ating, yan. Okay. So, for the SAE, our minor arc is this one. For SAF, our minor arc is this one, SF. For SR, our minor arc is this one. Okay, so since that is still a minor arc less than the 90 degree, less than the semicircle, so you can use 2 letters pa rin. So pansinin nyo, yung bawat dulo lamang ng pangalan ng central angles ang ginagamit. Okay, so we have the arc SE, arc SF, arc SR, arc DF. Okay, DF. Kasi DAF. Ito yun na arc. Mas maliit pa rin sa semicircle. So, DF lang tayo dyan. NAW. So, ito pa rin. Less than the semicircle. So, NW lang tayo. So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. So, ito naman, kung babalik rin natin, what if kung EF ang binigay? So, we have EF. Okay, EF. Ito yun. So, anong angle yan siya dyan? So, therefore, FAE. Okay, or pwede din EAF. Angle EAF. Yan ang ilalagay nyo dito banda. Okay. So, how about FER? FER. So, ito na yun. Okay. Gumamit din siya. Ito, technically, gumamit siya ng 3 letters, but it is still applicable or accepted as long as the, anong tawag dyan? The definition is the same. You are pertaining to the minor arcs, pero technically other books or most of the books uses 2 letters or 2 points to represent minor arcs para at least hindi magkaroon ng hindi malito ang mga students. Okay? Pero since dito binigay FER, that means that the angle that is being taken over by this intercepted arc is FAR. Okay? Angle FAR. Or RAF. Ganon lang po kadali, my dear math learners. Okay. So, ganon lang. The same pa rin. FH. Okay, same. HND. So, ito yon. So, ito lang ang kanyang central angle. Okay, so the measurement of the intercepted arc. Of course, the measurement of the intercepted arc and the measurement of the angle, if it is a central angle, is the same, my dear math learners. Ulitin ko, the measurement of the intercepted arc as well as the measurement of the central angle is the same. Okay? In terms of the relationship between the intercepted arc and the central angle. Okay, so here are the guide questions. If the circle is divided into 8, what is the measurement of each arc? Of course, that is 45 degrees. If the diameters were drawn divide equally the circle, what is the measurement of each angle? So, ganun pa rin. If the diameters were drawn divide equally the circle. So, the same pa rin ang angle, that is 45 degrees. How did you determine the intercepted arc of a given central angle? Of course, you can use a protractor for you to do so, or you can just use the normal division of the whole 360 degrees divided by 8. Okay, that's it. How did you find the measurement of each angle? So, ganun lang din. What is the measurement of each congruent? Okay, 45 degrees. How did you determine the intercepted arc of a given central? So, intercepted arc is the arc that is being taken over by the central angle. Ganun lang po kadali, my dear math learners. Alright, so now let us go to the main topic, central angles and arcs. So, central angle is an angle formed by 2 rays. Okay, 2 rays. Isang ray ito, isang ray dyan. whose vertex is the center of the circle. Each ray intersects the circle at a point dividing into arcs. So, ito na yung arc. Yan, minor arc yan siya kasi 80 degrees lang ito. And this is the major arc. Alright, so arc TSN is a major arc. Arc TN is a minor arc. Alright. So, as you can see here that the measurement of arc TN is 80 degrees, and the measurement that M had, that maliit na M, the measurement of angle TIN is also 80 degrees. So in the figure, angle TIN is a central angle and arc TN is the intercepted arc. The degree measure of the arc is the measure of the central angles which intercept the arc. So sa madaling salita, the intercepted arc is just equal as the central angle, and the central angle is just as equal as the intercepted arc. Okay, so proof. Okay, so ito, two minor arcs are congruent if and only if their corresponding central angles are congruent. Ayan, so syempre kapag meron kang dalawang circle tapos yung mga central angle mo ay equal, then you can also say that the minor arc or the intercepted arc that is being taken over by the central angle is also congruent. Okay, so circle A is congruent to circle I, where angle MAN, ito yon, and angle SIT are also congruent. So let's prove that the arc ST and the arc MN are also congruent. So first is you write the given. The next, in a given the statement, in circle A, the measurement of angle MAN is equal to MN. The degree measurement of a minor arc is the measure of the central arc which intercept the central arc. This is the definition of, or the theorem behind. Ito yun. Okay, that is the relationship of the central angles and arc. And then we have measurement of angle MAN, and the measurement of angle SIT is the definition of congruent angles. Okay, congruent angles yan sila. And then we have the measurement of arc MN and the measurement of arc ST. That is the substitution, by the use of substitution, because since ito dito, we have here MAN is the same as the measurement of MN, and the angle SIT is the same as the measurement of arc ST, then we can substitute them to its arcs from the angle. Okay, and then the ending is we have MN is congruent or is equal to minor arc or arc ST. So we have definition of congruent arcs. Okay, so ganon lamang po kadali, my dear math learners. Okay, so now let's go to number 2. Given are two circles and an intercepted arc from each circle which are congruent. So we have two congruent circles. Here, sinabi dito na angle, or let me just emphasize that this should be MN. Okay, MN ito ha. Okay, medyo nawawala yata yung net natin. Okay, hopefully nababalik na. Okay, meron tayong doon dito. So VOH, what is that mean, ma'am? Cecily Williamson. Right. What's VOH? Hopefully you can reply. All right. Okay, so let us continue. So we have here the given are two circles. We have two circles. However, yung ano natin, yung given representation of our minor arcs is not. Okay. So we have here arc ST, ito yon, and arc BG, wala namang BG dito, so it should be MN. Okay, so for those students na nakikinig ngayon, that should be MN, my dear math learners. Okay, and we also have here, okay, we also have here, ay, teka lang ha, parang pumapalya yata yung net natin. Okay, let's just correct this one. Okay. All right, so let us continue. So having this one, it should be MN. So we need to prove angle MAN is congruent to angle SIT. So technically, my dear math learners, the same lang siya sa ruling dito. So first you state the given, and that is the given. Then you state the definition of the degree measure of a minor arc to the central angle. So we are going back to our discussion. Oh, yan. Okay, sige. So let us continue. So we have here the given. Of course, yun yung una mong isusulat. Then we have also here another given, HE. HE. Okay, that line segment HE and line segment RE are congruent to line segment BO and line segment YO. So of course, anong reason dyan? Lahat ng radius or all radii of congruent circles are also congruent. Okay? So lahat ng radii sa dalawang congruent circles ay congruent din. So having those, kapag gagawa ka dito ng mga imaginary line segments, you will have the SSS postulate. That is side, side, side postulate, my dear math learners. So ganun lang po kadali. Okay? So, I hope we are... Teka lang ha. Medyo nagbabuffer yata tayo dito. So, hopefully we can correct this one. Okay? So, let us continue, my dear math learners. Okay, so after you state the postulate, which is the SSS, next is to consider the angles behind. So the CP, CTC, or the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So what is that? So this is the angle. So angle HER and angle BOY, which are the central angles where the 2 points is being connected through the chord. So that is considered by the CP, CTC. Or the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay, then of course, by that definition, HR and BY now is congruent. So, ganun. So, you have already proved the given. But my dear math learners, if ever computation naman ang pinag-uusapan, do not worry about the proving the given, because as long as there are given like this that says the triangle ay congruent sa the circle is congruent to another circle, then there are a big difference that this could help you and some parts of the circles. So you can just apply the theorem itself, because theorems are already been proven. Okay, pero hindi nga lang naging law. Okay, so ganun lang po. All right. So, let's go to theorem number 3. In a circle, a diameter bisects a chord of an arc with the same endpoints if and only if it is perpendicular to the chord. By the way, my dear math learners, if you want to have more examples like given problems or given, anong tawag dyan, yung parang yung meron talagang mga measurement, you can also consider my videos in our grade 10 playlist. Okay? Kasi meron na ako mga videos dito about the central angles, about the intercepted arcs, even the mga inscribed angles, kasali na din yan. Okay, so here we have in a circle a diameter bisects a chord and an arc with the same endpoints if and only if it is perpendicular to the chord. Okay, so if this chord and this chord is perpendicular with each other, then this diameter bisects the chord. Okay, so we have here given to be proven. So we have AU is a diameter, and the circle M is the given circle, and perpendicular to chord FS at point O. Okay, prove that AU, saan yung AU dito? AU bisects FS. Okay, so how do we prove that one? So first, let us write the given, okay? And then after that, you can write the given, the angles being formed, and this is the FOM and the MOS or SOM. So those are right triangles. Because that is a right triangle, then that is the definition of perpendicular lines. Okay? So, hindi pa natin nasasagot if ever this bisects the FS chord. So, next of that is, we can say that two right angles are congruent because all right angles are congruent, laging 90 degrees. Then, we have the FM and the FS. FM and FS. Okay. All radii are congruent. Oh, ito, mali na naman ito. Bakit? Because FS here is not a radii. It should be MS. Okay, so mga nakikinig dyan, my dear math learners, I hope you can see this, that there are other, ano ba tawag nito? Representation or statements in our module na medyo mali talaga. Okay, so FM, ito yon. So, this should be MS, not FS, because all radii are congruent. This is the radii, this is another radii. Okay. Then we have MO and MO. This triangle and this triangle share this side of the triangle. So, therefore, that is what we call the identity property or reflexive property. And then, we have the triangle that is formed, the hypotenuse and leg theorem. Okay. And we have FO and SO. So we have another CP, CTC. The corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And thus, this is the definition of the segment bisector. Okay. So, ganun lang po kadali, my dear math learners. So, para mas maintindihan nyo ng mabuti, let's consider this given problem. Okay. So, in the circle U, with the radius 25, okay, ito yon. The chord is 15 cm long. So, this is the chord. Okay. 15 cm long from the center. So, ito yon, the chord. But this is not a chord. Okay. So, this is a line segment, 15 cm. Okay. How long is the chord? Ganito yon. How long is the chord? Okay. So, of course, since this is a triangle, alright? This is a triangle, and this is a chord, and this side here and this side here is perpendicular with each other because of the 90 degree or that figure there, that means 90 degrees, then we can say that SM and MN are congruent. So, kapag na-solve na natin si SM, then we just multiply it by 2 and we will have our measurement for SN. So, how do we solve this one? Since this is a right triangle, and we have 2 given, so we can apply the Pythagorean theorem. Ano bang sinasabi ng Pythagorean theorem? C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, where A and B are the legs, and C is the hypotenuse. Alright. So, our hypotenuse here is 25. Our A here is 15, and our B is unknown. Okay, so we will have 25 squared minus 15 squared. Okay, so 25 squared is 625 while 15 squared is 225. So if you subtract that, that is 400. So 400. So that is equal to B squared. However, our B here is still in a square, so we get the square root of 400, and that is 20. Alright. So therefore, the measurement of SM is equal to 20 centimeters. However, ang tinatanong sa problem na ito ay gaano kataas ang chord SN. Okay, so you just multiply it by 2. So this is 20, this is 20. So therefore, you have 40. Alright. Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. And that is how you consider the relationship of the central angles to the intercepted arcs, as well as the theorems behind on this matter. Okay, so I hope maklear na yun sa inyo, my dear math learners. And now, let us go to inscribe angles and arc. So, inscribe angle is basically different from central angle. And of course, it has also a relationship to its intercepted arc. So, by definition, inscribe angle is an angle whose vertex is on the circle. So, meaning hindi siya doon sa center kasi central angle yon. Ang inscribed angle is on the center. So, example, you have this figure. So, we have here, ayan, angle yan, di ba? That is an angle. Pero yung vertex niya is part of the circle. So, ang tawag dyan is inscribed angle. Of course, yung kinakain na arc ng inscribed angle, yun yung tinatawag na intercepted arc. The same definition as to the intercepted arc for central angle. Okay, so let us talk about the theorems. Alright, theorem number 1. If an angle is inscribed in a circle, the measurement of the angle equals 1/2 the measurement of its intercepted arc. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kung ito ay 80, ang ating inscribed angle ay half. So this means 40. So kapag ito naman ay 50, therefore times 2 ka lang din sa intercepted arc mo. So, mas malaki si intercepted arc ng 2 beses kaysa sa kaniyang inscribed angle. Okay. So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Okay. So, example here is this one. So, if this is 65, then this is 130. Of course, if this is 130, half of that is 65. So, si inscribed angle ay always half of the intercepted arc, while the intercepted arc is twice the measurement of its inscribed angle. Okay, theorem number 2. If the inscribed angle of a circle or congruent circles intercept to congruent arcs of the same arc, then the angles are congruent. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Eto, my dear math learners. As you can see, we have 2 inscribed angles here. RAS. Ito yon, okay? RAS. We also have here ROS. So, ito yon. Ibig sabihin, ang arc na kinakain nito, RAS, ay itong si arc RS. Ang kinakain ng arc na ROS, ng angle na ROS, ay si RS din. So, we can say that since pareho sila ng kinakain na intercepted arc, then we can say that the inscribed angles are congruent. Ganon ang ibig sabihin nun. Same goes to this example, RAO. Ito, ARO pala, sorry. ARO. ARO. Ito na angle yon, okay? We also have ASO. Ito na angle din yon. So, since they have this arc na kinakain nila pareho, therefore, we can say that this angle R here and angle S here are also congruent. Okay? They are 1/2 the measurement of arc AO. Same goes here, RS. This is the intercepted arc. Then angle A and angle O is 1/2 the measurement of RS. Okay? So, ganun lang po kadali, my dear math learners. So, example, let's say si RS daw ay 120. So, therefore, ito na measurement dito, si angle A ay 60. Ito din dito si angle O ay 60 din because they are the inscribed angle of that intercepted arc, which is 120. Okay, so ganun lang po kadali, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to theorem number 3. If an inscribed angle intercepts a semicircle, then the angle is a right angle. Okay, so example nito. Ito yung anong tawag dito? Diameter, pero hindi drawing ang diameter. Pero ang measurement daw ng ano na ito, ng arc na ito na arc, yan na arc. Okay. Ito na arc. Ang measurement daw ng arc na yan ay semicircle. So meaning that is half of the circle. Therefore, since this is an intercepted arc by this inscribed angle, then we can say that the measurement or that inscribed angle is 90 degrees. Bakit? Okay, ganito lang yun. Because ang kalahati ng circle ay 180, which is the semicircle. Of course, since the semicircle is the intercepted arc now, of course, 1/2 of that is the inscribed angle. So, ano ba ang kalahati ng 180? That is 90 degrees. So, therefore, this FIT or TIF na angle is a right angle and that is 90 degrees. Alright, napakadali lamang, my dear math learners.
Easy, right?
Okay, so let us go to our theorem number 4. If a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, then its opposite angles are supplementary. When we say supplementary, pag i-add mo sila, they are equal to 180 degrees. Example, we have here our quadrilateral. Hindi sinabi anong klaseng quadrilateral ito. Basta 4 sides. Quadrilateral yan siya. Nasa loob ng isang circle. So, anong gagawin mo? Sabi dito na ang opposite angles, meaning itong si angle I at si angle K. Pag pagsasamahin mo sila, excuse me, ang total measurement niyan is always 180 degrees. Ito din si angle P at si angle N. Pagsasamahin mo sila, the equal is always 180 degrees. Ang tanong, Sir Ash, bakit? Okay, ganito yon. As you can see, tingin muna tayo dito kay angle I. So that is PIN, angle I. Ang intercepted arc niya ay ito. Tama? Yan, ito. Samantalang si PKN, ito, si angle K, PKN, ang intercepted arc niya naman ay ito. So kung si I, ito ang intercepted arc, at ito naman si K, ito ang intercepted arc, buong circle na yon. Of course, remember that when you get the intercepted arc, when you get the inscribed angle from the intercepted arc, you will get half of it. So, half of this one will be I. Half of this one, this arc, will be K. So, if you add half of the whole circle, of course, you will get 180 degrees. So, therefore, they are supplementary with each other. Same goes here. Ito si angle P, kinakain niya dito. Ito si angle N, kinakain niya ito. So, pag pagsasamahin mo yung mga intercepted arc nila, buong circle na yon. And since they are inscribed angles, they are always half of each intercepted arcs. So, that means 180 yun siya. So, if you add two angles, the inscribed angles rather, then you will get the supplementary total, which is 180 degrees. Okay, ganun lang po kadali, my dear math learners. Same goes here. We have here quadrilateral blue, BLUE, with S as its center, or the name of the circle. Okay, if EBL, ito yon, 150 degrees daw ito. Ayan. Oh, sorry, arc pala ito ha. Arc, EBL. Ito yon, arc, EBL. Yan. So, this is 100. Yan. Ito ha, arc ang tingnan ninyo. So, this arc. So, that is 150 degrees. Then, sino ba ang kumakain sa intercepted arc na ito? Of course, that is angle U. So, 150 divided by 2, angle U right now is 75 degrees. At ito nga yun. Ayan. Okay, hope you can see my arrow or my cursor. Okay? So, that is 75. Now, if this is 75 degrees, of course, kapag ito naman ay 75 degrees, then ima-minus mo lang ito sa 180 degrees, then the answer is 105. Therefore, this one here is 105. At ito yon. Bakit? Because, remember, the two opposite angles are supplementary with each other. So, pag i-add mo si B, angle B, at i-add mo si angle U, the total is 180. Since meron ka nang nakuhang unang angle U, which is 75, then, minus mo lang sa 180, that is 105, you have now two measurements of your angle. Okay. Now, ang tanong, Sir Ash, paano naman ito dito? Okay, meron bang given? LU is 120. LU. Ayan, LU is 120. Okay. So, if this is 120, sino bang kumakain nito? Walang kumakain nito na inscribe angle. Tama? Kasi wala namang nakakonect dito. Okay, so paano mo makukuha yun? Since ito dito kanina binigay na, ito dito, ito, right, okay. Yan. Diba ito na arc given na agad-agad 150? Tama? At sinabi dito 120 din ito. So, therefore, pag i-add mo sila, that will give you 100, ano yan? 150 plus 120, that is 270. Right? So, 270, pag i-minus mo ngayon from the 360, so, ilan yun siya? So you will have, I think, 90. Okay, 90 degrees. So therefore, dito na part, that is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees plus 120 degrees, technically, you will have 210 degrees. Okay? So of course, you get the measurement of the arcs right now. However, ang tinatanong ng problem yata is, at least nakuha na natin si EU. Okay? Yan, 90 degrees. Okay. So this is 90 degrees. So we already have LU here. Nakuha na natin si LU. Ano pa bang kinukuha nila? BL. BL. Ito daw dito. Yan, BL. And we also have EUL. EUL. O yun, sinabi na natin kanina, 210. Okay? So, ano na lang kinukuha? Si BL. Ito. Ito dito. Okay, kung ito naman ang kinukuha mo, since this is already given, this is 150, tama? Okay? Tapos, ito naman dito is 210, which is 360. Now, we can have, yan, paano, ang dami pa palang kinukuha ng measurement ito. Okay, sige. Ganito na lang, my dear math learners. Let's try to show it in our whiteboard para at least mas makita nyo talaga ang measurement niya. Okay, so let's show our whiteboard here. Ayan, okay. So let's say this is our circle. Meron tayong dito. Okay. Pagpasensyahan nyo na ang drawing. Ayan. So let's just have BLUE. BLUE, and we have here as S. Alright. So, given already here, okay, ang first given is EBL. The arc EBL is 150 degrees. Okay, ito yon. Okay. And then, BE is 50. Ayan, 50 pala ito. Given din pala. So therefore, if this is 150, tapos 50 dito, then we can also say that this is 100 degrees. Okay? Because EBL is 150. Of course, dahil 150 ito dito, this intercepted arc here is half of 150. So that is 75 degrees. Of course, dahil si angle U at si angle B ay supplementary with each other, then we can say that this is 105 degrees. Okay? Because 105 plus 75, that is 180. Now, having said that, since this is 150 degrees at ibinigay na naman dyan ang LU as 120 degrees, alright? So, ang kulang na lang para dito, para maging 360 ito, ay 90 degrees. Okay. So, ang tanong ngayon, paano mo kukunin ito? Of course, dahil meron kang 50 dito at meron kang 90 dito, so 50 plus 90, that is 140 degrees, right? So, 140 divided by 2, that will be the measurement here. Kasi yun yung kinakain niya, di ba? Ito yun. Yan. So, 90 plus 50, 140 divided by 2, that is 70 degrees. And this one, of course, opposite lang sila, or opposite sides, opposite angles are supplementary. Ilan ang kailangan ni 70 para maging 180, and that is 110 degrees. So therefore, we have already finished solving our whole circle, my dear math learners. Okay, ganun lang po kadali, my dear. Okay, easy lang talaga. So, as you can see, my dear math learners, it is very easy for you to complete a table kapag meron kang drawing, okay, or meron kang representation. So, let's check whether we are really correct. So, we have the 75, okay? We have the 105, this is the one. We have the 210, okay? Yun yung dito. Okay, 210. We also have the 90 degree. We also have the 100 degrees. Ito yon. Okay. We also have the 110 degrees. Saan yan siya? Ito yon. And we also have the 70 degrees. Okay, my dear math learners, nasagot na natin ang problem na yun. Okay, so I hope that is clear for you. Now, let us continue. Now, this is the time na kayo naman ang magsosolve in terms of the given. Okay, so for you, my dear math learners, you just need to answer to complete this matching type. So, saan ba si radius dito? Ayan, sa drawing na yan. Saan si radius dyan? Ang dami nating radius na pwedeng makita. Meron si AW, mayroon si AS, at meron si AH. So, hanapin mo lang dyan kung saan dyan si SW. Tingnan natin. SW is not radius. Of course, this is a diameter. Ayan, may diameter ka na. LW. Ito, LW. This is not a diameter. This is just a chord. So, may chord ka na. AS. Ayun. Ayan, may radius ka na. LP. Ito, sa labas ito. So, this is what you call a tangent. Okay? Teka lang. LP, line segment LP lang yata ito. Bakit may LP dito? Meron ding line LP. Okay. When we say line, ito yon with arrows at both ends. Okay? So, ito yung tangent. Okay? LP dito is the tangent segment. Okay? So, segment lang siya. And we have WH. Ayan, WH, that is what we call the second line. A line that intersect the circle in exactly 2 points. That is what we call second. Okay? WL. Arc WL is a minor arc. WLS. Okay. WLS is a semicircle. Angle SWL. SWL. Okay, that is an inscribed angle. WLP. Okay. I think wala siya dito. Okay? But that is considered as an inscribed angle pa rin. Okay? That is considered as an inscribed angle pa rin. And we have SAH. That is a central angle. Okay, so we have just completed this first test. Okay, so test number 2 naman, ito, measurement lamang. So we have here, angle, the measurement of angle BEH. BEH is 56 degrees. Okay, so 56 daw ito. May 90 degrees ka na dito. Then we also have CED. CED, that is 34 degrees. Okay, 34 degrees ito, 56 ito. So that is 90 degrees. So, paano mo daw kukunin yung iba? Okay, so of course, ito siya na line. That is a diameter. So, this is a semicircle. Okay, so HEG. So, they are opposite with each other, right? Okay. So, opposite angles are... no, hindi siya opposite angles pala. Vertical angles pala ang tawag dyan. Ayan. Vertical angles are always congruent. So, if this is 34, this is also 34. BEG. O yan. So, if this is 34, plus you have the 56, but since this is a diameter, it is cut by a 90-degree angle. So, of course, this is also a 90-degree angle. Alright. DEF. So, since meron ka na DEF is a vertical angle of BEH, then we can say that this is 56 degree. Napakadali lang, my dear math learners. So, we have the GEF. GEF, okay? Opposite sila ng 90 degrees, so that is 90 degrees. GED, so that 90 degree and plus 56 degrees, i-add mo lang yan. So, that will give you, I think, 146 degrees. Alright. We have the arc CD. So, they are just the same as the CED. Yan, which is 34 degrees. BG. Yan, ito dito. So, 90 degrees din yan. BCD. O, yan. So, that is 90 degrees plus the 34 degrees. That will give you, I think, 124 degrees. Okay. BDG. Okay, ang laki naman. BDG. Okay, so this is 90 degrees. So, tanggalan mo lang ng 360 ang 90, tanggalan mo lang ng 90 ang 360 degrees, then that will give you 270 degrees. Okay, FGB. Okay, that is a semicircle. Of course, you already know the measurement of semicircles. Okay, so I think I hope kayo nang mag-solve dito banda, my dear math learners, and I'm sure kayang-kaya nyo na yan. Okay, so this is an inscribed angle. Remember that the inscribed angle is 1/2 the measurement of its intercepted arc. Okay. So we also have here yung kanina about sa angle bisector. Okay. So this is a diameter. This is a chord that intersect the chord EV. Okay, so you can refer that to your given examples yung kanina. Okay, so let us practice more. Ayun. Meron na tayong ano dito, proving. So prove that angle DAT is an inscribed angle of, and AT is a diameter. Okay, AT is a diameter. So prove that the measurement of DAT is 1/2 the measurement of DT. Ayan. So meron ng mga statements, ang gagawin nyo na lang is ilagay ang mga reason dito. Of course, you already know the first reason na ilalagay. Okay, that will always be the given. Okay, so napakadali lamang nito kasi hahanapin mo lang at ilalagay dito. Okay, so hindi ko na ibibigay yan, my dear math learners, for sure, kasi gusto din ng mga teachers ninyo na kayo din ang sumagot dito. Alright, and we also have here another solving for this one. Actually, I really like this solving in geometry because parang nasi-stimulate yung utak ko para sa pag-solve nito. Okay, and I hope, my dear math learners, na kayang-kaya nyo din ito. Okay, and how we got to our generalization for the module. So we have here, let us remember that Theorem 1, two minor arcs are congruent if and only if their corresponding angles are congruent in a circle or incongruent circles. So remember that minor arcs and its central angles are congruent. Central angles and its intercepted arcs are congruent. So vice versa lang yan. Now, we also have here that two minor arcs are congruent if and only if their corresponding chords in a circle or in a congruent circle is congruent. Okay, so about yung mga chords naman. Okay, kapag equal yung mga chords, tapos yung intercepted arc nila, magiging equal din. Okay, as long as yung, anong tawag nito? Yung buong dalawang circle ay magkapareho din, congruent. Okay, theorem number 3, we have the diameter bisects a chord and the arc with the same endpoints if and only if they are perpendicular with each other. Okay, and about the inscribed angle, if an angle is inscribed in a circle, the measurement of the angle is 1/2 the measurement of its intercepted arc and vice versa. The intercepted arc is twice the measurement of its inscribed angle. Okay, so theorem number 2, ganun din. Two inscribed angles are congruent if and only if they are sharing the same intercepted arc. If two inscribed angles intercept a semicircle, then that angle is 90 degrees. All right. And finally, we have if a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, then the opposite angles of that quadrilateral are supplementary. Meaning, pag i-add mo sila, equal yan siya sa 180 degrees. Okay, at now, dumating na nga tayo sa inyong post-test. At this post-test ay ABCD lang din. So, dito, try your best to answer them correctly. Okay, so, this is a two-part. I think two parts ito. One part is 5 item and second part is 10 item. Okay, and then you have your performance task, that is the let us enhance. So you just follow the instruction and we have the rubric for answering. So trace a circular object in a bond paper or use a circular protractor. Okay, so ganun lang din. So you just follow step by step lamang po, my dear math learners. And like this. Okay. And then you have your reflection. Oops. So write the things you love on this module inside a circle that you have drawn in the let us enhance. So ilalagay nyo dito ang inyong mga reactions. Okay, so nandito na nga po tayo sa ending ng ating discussion because after this page is the answer key. If it is printed, then good for you. If it is not, then you can go back to our discussion just now para at least makita ninyo kung saan doon ang dapat kailangan pa ng more emphasis. So if you still have confusions, you can also try to check my videos in our channel, my dear math learners, doon sa playlist ng grade 10 because I have an in-depth discussion of the intercepted arc, the central angles, and the inscribed angles in our channel. Okay, now if you still have more questions about this topic, you can also put your inquiries in our comment section below. This is still your free access YouTube edu creator, Math Teacher Ash. And kapag bago ka pa sa channel na ito, please click that subscribe button and notification bell. And kapag nagustuhan mo naman ang video na ito at gusto mo ring magkaroon ito ng marami pang kapangyarihan para i-reach out ang ating mga students, please click that like button na din. Okay, so always remember, my dear math learners, na masarap matuto ng mathematics kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. Maraming salamat. Thank you. God bless and keep safe always.
We'll take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure, in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in words.